how to write your vision so that you can take inspired action every day. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to write your vision and stick to it. If you are an aspiring game changer and into personal development, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I post a video. Hi, my name is Hamzah, and for the most part of my life, I was confused. I had no clear direction, no clear goals, and I was just wandering around and trying to figure out what to do with my potential. But luckily in early 2020, I discovered methods and principles to systematically create a compelling vision for my life. And today I'm going to share some of those principles in order to support you on this journey. And if you stick around until the end of this video, you'll get a special invitation. So when you are writing your vision, as exciting as it might sound, there will be a lot of resistance. Because for the most part of our lives, we have never taken a conscious decision to design our life. And we are essentially fighting against our old selves, our old habits, our old way of thinking. Because let's be honest, having your own life vision takes a lot of courage. Because most people don't have a vision. They are living in someone else's vision. And most people are unaware of this. But when you are in this stage of your life, where you decide, I'm going to take ownership, then you have to trust the process. Because resistance will come up. Most of our resistance actually comes from when we are making things too complicated. And this is also one of the reasons why people don't bother creating a vision, because they think it's very complicated, it's stressful, and you have to get crystal clear right from the start. And this is wrong, because you can never get absolute clarity on your vision right from the start. This is just not possible. It is an ongoing process, and you have to trust yourself that you can make your own way. So there is no need to get super fancy with all these vision boards and all the stuff that people are doing. Don't get me wrong, this is also very powerful, but first we gotta have a good baseline, and this is really important. So here is an exercise to help you if you are struggling with creating your own vision. And the vision always starts with your own imagination. And what we really gotta do is to find a quiet space where no one is interrupting us. And close your eyes and just think about how will your life look like if there were no limitations. And just let your mind wander. Think about those places you want to visit, where you want to live, what you want to do. Is it a business? Is it a professional career? What do you want to achieve? Who do you want to be? And this exercise can be very hard in the beginning, because most of the time we are very limited in our imagination, because we adapt to the society's view of the world and their way of doing things. And this is why you have to think for yourself. And what happens when you do this exercise is your mind will find sneaky ways to put you back into your comfort zone. When you are imagining this ideal life, this ideal scene, when you have this picture in your mind, it's quite normal that you wander around and go back to your old self and to the old places. The first key is imagination, and imagination plays a huge part in this process. But think it about this way: everything that is created or built is coming from an idea, a thought, a picture, an imagination in our mind. But to make it a physical reality, we need to write it down. And this is the second step. And I use a very simple method, and I recommend you to do this too. And a powerful way to do this is to describe your ideal day. What would you do if you have no limitations? How will your ideal day look like? Describe it and write a short paragraph. Doesn't need to be complicated. You don't need to write pages. Now that you have written a short description of your ideal day, let's get into the framework. And I recommend you to watch my last video on how to lay the foundations for your vision, because we are using a very similar framework and it will help you to get a full understanding and to actually do the exercises. And let me know in the comment section below if you are going to write your own vision. Now let's get into the framework. So we have segmented our life in 7 areas because we are interested in creating a harmonious life. We are not just going for one direction and going all in on our businesses or finances and neglect those areas and get very unbalanced. So I use a framework that is designed to give you a good balance in your life. So in order to write our vision, we define now our own standards in every area. And we are doing that in a statement, in an I am statement. I am is a very powerful word because anything that comes after I am is basically an identification. If you say I am a lazy person, you identify with being lazy. So I'm going to give you some examples on how we actually do this, okay? So you envision yourself as this ideal best self of you, the best version you can be. And in the health section, your I am statement will look like this. I am very healthy and energetic. You see yourself as this person in your dream life, in your vision. Now, the resistance that will come up is your mind will say, this is not true. And as I said before, this is not about that. We are consciously designing our ideal life. And this is quite normal to feel this resistance. Because remember, you are leveling up. You are consciously deciding and leveling up. And your old self is still holding you down. Now, to counteract this, because we humans are habitual, we use a because. Because if you see yourself now as a very healthy and energetic person, and you are in reality not that person yet, then there will be some resistance again. And to fight that, we build habits. After the because, there will be a habit that will confirm this I am statement. And this is how it works. You say, I am very healthy and energetic because, now the habit, let's say, I am exercising every day for 15 minutes and cutting sugar. This is the imagination part, the envisioning of the ideal self, the vision. But the vision is just imagination now because we need physical reality. And this is proof. And this habit will confirm your I am statement. And then you'll have no integrity issues and your mind will play less and less tricks every day as you commit to your statement. And if you do this in every section of your life, you can do as many I am statements as possible. But again, keep it simple because I used to write a lot of I am statements and make it so fancy, and I will keep to a maximum of 5 I am statements per category. And if you actually do this exercise, you get a lot of clarity and you have written your vision. At least you have a vision that you can work on, because this is the core. And I found this framework to be extremely powerful, and I hope you benefited from this video. So now you know how to write a vision, but how do you actually defeat that inner critic? The one that says, you're not worthy of this, you are not that person. For that reason, I've created a step-by-step process that I've used to overcome all my self-limiting beliefs and beat procrastination. So in order to create a life vision that is really exciting. And if you're interested in that, you can grab in the description box below the link and to get my free step-by-step game plan. Also, if you want to join a community of aspiring game changers, I am growing a Facebook group where I share more transformational ideas. You can join the Facebook group for free at the link in the description box below. I hope you got some value out of this video. Leave me a like, comment below what your biggest takeaway was, and share it with a fellow game changer that could benefit from this video. I'm looking forward for seeing your feedback and also replying to you as well. Until then, thank you so much. See you soon.